Yo, what's going on everyone? It is me, Kelvin, aka Ascending Flygon, and today we will be doing an overview of my BJL Season 4 season, how I thought I did, and what I thought about my performance. Again, sorry I haven't uploaded in a little while, you know the usual shit of school. Really, who cares at this point? Let's just jump right into it. So, as you can see, I made top 4. Awesome. And guess what? I made it to finals in 1. Kinda crazy, right? How last season, I made finals and got second place to Manny. He's an amazing player, by the way. Just amazing, talented. But, I actually got the job done this time, which was very surprising. I also figured out that you could do this. So, yeah. I'm dumb. But no, I did it, which is pretty cool. So, I am your BJL Season 4 champion. Most of you watching, if not all of you, already know this. But I'm just going to be doing a brief overview of my season and what I thought. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. So, my record ending the season was a 5-1, which is the best I've ever performed. Because if we go back, hold on. Alright, yeah. So if we go back here, my record ending the BJL Season 3 was a 4-3. So 7 weeks, obviously. So that's a 4-3 record. Even if there was an extra week here and I lost, that still meant I had a better record than I did in the BJL Season 3, which is awesome. That means I'm improving, and I'm very happy about that. And not only that, but I got first, which was crazy. Part of that is due to Meech not doing his week 6 match, and then yeah, that's part, not being able to do his week 6 match and having to lose by forfeit, which is why he got second. He was actually undefeated, and he lost his week 6 match, so that's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, pretty cool that I was first by the end of the season, like crazy. And as you can see, Krookodile with 20 kills put in the work. I will explain that later, but goddamn, I love Krookodile now. He is amazing. But no, yeah, as we can, I'm just going to do a brief overview of the matches I've had. Me versus Prologo. Not really much to comment on in that match. Krookodile really just put in work. Though I'm very happy I got to use Mirror Coat Melodic in that match. Me versus Meech. As I said, I'm not going to go too into detail about these, because I've already gone into detail about week 1 and week 2, obviously, since they're up on my channel. The other 4, I'll put a little more detail into it, but yeah. I felt like I had a not easy card, but it wasn't overly difficult. Though week 2 through 4, I felt like was the most. Week 3 to actually no, like after, because I didn't expect Prologo to be as easy of a match as it was. I guess he just really didn't have an answer to Crook, which obviously showed. But week 2 and onward was pretty hard at that point. So obviously week 2 was Meech. I lost against him 3-0. He was my only loss. I just didn't feel comfortable with the matchup. Like, Rain is always really hard to deal with, and my team was at the time was not fit to deal with his kind of Rain setup. So there was only so much I could do. Plus, the sets I bring were a little bit questionable, and I felt like I could have done a bit better with some of them. So yeah, definitely messed up a little bit there. Week 3, my match against Hazard, I'd say that was my sloppiest match of the season. Like, even with my match against Meech, I still felt like I played pretty well. But with my Hazard match, I felt like I played the sloppiest, though I still got a 5-0, which I don't think I deserved at all, because I got like a very, very high roll on like a Talonflame, where Scissor used SD, Talonflame came in on Stealth Rock, so it was at 50%. I didn't know if I had HP investment or not. I had a little bit of HP investment, so that meant that I had like, I think it was like a 20% chance, I'm not sure. But I got the Bullet Punch off, and what ended up happening was I critted, so the roll didn't matter. And then at that point, I just swept his team with Scissor, which was But I felt like I played pretty sloppy in that match, and I really didn't deserve a 5-0. Though I'm still glad I won that match. My week 4 match against Happy, I felt like I was pretty dominant overall. Like, I had the momentum throughout the entire match. Bikini really helped me in the early stages, just exerting so much pressure. Savali Steel was an amazing counter to Kiram Black and helps just lower its attack so Comfy could come in safely in Draining Kiss, which was good because it was like at -2 attack, and he had like the Fairy Berry, which I didn't expect, and Iron Head still did about half even with the -2. So I'm very glad that party shotting like Savali Steel was there to help out with that. And overall, Bikini did his job well, and Comfy cleaned late game, which was pretty nice. My match against Rob, at first I thought it wasn't going to be a great match, but I came up with a brilliant Mesprit set. Let me just pull it up. Yeah, right here we have a Expert Belt Mesprit with Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam, Side Shock, and Thunderbolt. And if you want to look at his team right here, he doesn't deal with this. He just doesn't. He really doesn't deal with this set well. And once it got in, he sent in Blissey, I got a Calm Mind off, and I got a Side Shock. He took over half, I think 54%, and not even the leftovers could save him at that point. And he was just backed in a corner at that point, and he really couldn't do much. I had to switch Mesprit out because I was scared of getting Toxic stalled by Toxapex, because Mesprit was poison at the time. Though at the same time, Barbarical really did pose a sweeping threat, and at one point I felt like I could have clicked Shell Smash and almost won the game, but I didn't because I was scared of like a burn or a burn from Toxapex Scald, so that's why I didn't go for it and just decided to kill the Toxapex with an Earthquake. But overall, it didn't really matter. Scarf Dog Trio, I kind of expected it, though at the same time, not really. I really loved my Krookodile set. It was able to just shut down Skarmory so well. I loved getting rocks up on the other side of the field for like the entire game. My Victini set was very, very niche, but it really didn't do much. If I could change it a little bit, I'd probably make it Firium, but Electrium is still cool. But yeah, that was that. I'm very happy with how I did that match and how I played it, and Mesprit really was just oppressive. My week 6 match against Crypto, really just Stelmize was the key in that match, because I forgot what turn it was, but he switched out a Pokemon and sent in his Beedrill because he didn't really have any Dhelmise switch-ins. And I predicted the Beedrill switch correctly and Anchor Shotted the Beedrill and killed it, which is pretty cool and kind of set the tone for the rest of the match. I also got a crit Anchor Shot on Florges, which was very unfortunate and was lucky on my side. Though I felt like it didn't matter too much in the scheme of things. And I was able to beat him 5-0. Was it 5-0? It was either 5-0 or 4-0. I can't remember. But I didn't think I was going to perform that well in that match. Hell, I thought I was probably going to lose that match. But I actually did really well. No thanks to Dhelmise. What was the Dhelmise set I bring? I think it was it AV or was it Lum? Yeah, it was Lum to just deal with Rotom Wash, because I really hated Rotom Wash. So yeah, that was just my overall season, and I ended up getting first in the standings, which was really cool. And then we go to playoffs, and my first match was against Mod, because since Meech wasn't able to participate in playoffs, he got knocked down to 5th, and everyone moved up a spot, which meant Mod got into playoffs. I brought some clean tech, let me tell you. I did not need to change teams, by the way, I did not. So early on in the game, I killed Raichu with my Victini V-Create, because I'm pretty sure he expected Surf to do more against my Victini, but because of AV, I took it a lot more well than I would have originally. So I took that down with a V-Create. And then I forgot what I set up against. I think it was against the Alolan Muck. But I got Crook in. I Z-snatched, and then I won. That's what happened in the first game, and it was so great because I planned it out perfectly. Because he had no switch-ins to Z-snatch Crook, because he was at +2 speed, he's at adamant, max attack nature. Nothing lives a hit from this. Everything was in range. And the best part was he switched in Charizard Y, I got the Rock Slide off, I killed it, and then he sent in Kartana. Fire Fang boosted by the sun, killed that thing. That was awesome. The reason why I brought Intimidate was because... Let me see. Team rosters. Mod. I think it was mainly due to the fact that I was, I really wanted Intimidate support for his offensive mons like Lycanroc Dust, Kartana, Terrakion. A Choice Banded Aerodactyl was also a little bit scary. So I wanted Intimidate for those kinds of mons, so they wouldn't be as overwhelming. Though overall I was very happy. And that was pretty much the first game, just Victini killing Raichu, and then Krookodile using Z-Snatch and just cleaning house, really. It was really awesome, and I don't think anything else like that has happened throughout the entire season, where someone set up a Pokemon perfectly and it just swept through. And that was kind of the story of Krookodile. That was the entire story of Krookodile these playoffs, but we'll get into that later. And then in the second game, I think I did change around. The only change I would really make, that I should have made, was a max HP, max defense Scizor. That would have dealt with Kartana better, though. Second game, I forgot how the second game went, though I know I won like 4-0. I either won 4-0 or 3-0, I don't remember. I was very rushy in the first few turns. In first turn, I sent in Megalopony, he sent in Raichu. I wanted to get rid of it so I could let high jump kick, he click protect. And after that, I was just like, okay, I need to calm down. I'm rushing too much into this. And I tried slowing down and thinking more. And by the end of the game, ironically enough, Victini killed both Ribombee and Raichu, which is pretty funny. What really pulled through was the Focus Sash Barbarical, because he set up a Flame Charge with his Mega Charizard Y, and I don't think I had Victini at that point. So I think he thought that he was in the good, but fortunately enough, I had my Barbarical with a Focus Sash, so when he Solar Beamed, I lived on 1, obviously, because of Focus Sash, and I killed him with a Rock Slide. I brought Brick Break instead of Cross Chop because I hate accuracy, and I think an Adamant wasn't. I think Brick Break still killed Kartana at +2, so a +2 attack. So that's why I brought Brick Break. So yeah, I just played it well enough to where I was able to beat Mod 2-0 and advance to finals. I was very happy with how I did against Mod. I was really happy. It was great. And I kind of feel bad for Mod because now he just has like this. Oh, whoops. But I feel really bad for Mod, low key, because for like the past 2 times we've faced in a league, I 6-0'd him twice in one league. I think it was BJL, and then in BJL Season 4, I kind of just destroyed his soul. So I feel kind of bad, but at the same time, hey, I got the winning record, you know? You beat me in the ABL, and I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna accept that. I ain't accepting that. But all right. Anyways, so now it's the finals match against me and Crypto, and these were good ass sets, like really good ass sets. I recommend you watching them, though I'll skim through them a little bit, so you can realize like how it was pretty even. First game. I brought a very similar team, which made me worried, because he would see my team and just be like, okay, it's the same team. It's pretty much the same team he brought last time. probably maybe with different sets, but that's it. So he's probably like prepared for this team already. So that's the main thing I was scared about. I forgot what the main changes I made to the team were. AV Delmise was one. Fake Out Last Resort Mega Lopunny was another. Because Metagross was terrible in this matchup, so I knew he wouldn't bring it. So Fake Out Last Resort hit everything else on his team for massive damage. I bring the same Milotic set. I bring the same Crook set. No matter what, I was always going to bring the same Crook set. It was great. I bring a special Victini, which came in clutch, and Savali Ground, I brought the same set because it was just so good last time, and it denied stuff like Tapu Koko and Zeraora of doing too much. And also Toxic was pretty nice because besides from Florges, he really didn't have a way of getting rid of status. Other than Lucky Lucky, I think Lucky Lucky gets Heal Bell, though I could be wrong. Maybe Whimsicott gets Heal Bell, or Aromatherapy or some dumb crap like that. So let's just skim through the first few turns. This did nothing, and I was kind of just like, yikes. So I switched in Victini, and this became a little bit of a stall war. The reason why I made this play, the reason why I switched into Mega Lopunny, and then switched into Delmise, was because I wanted to knock off his leftovers so that burn could start racking up turn by turn. So that's why I did that, because those leftovers were really annoying. And even though he did get the Toxic off on my Delmise and got some nice chip, I was just happy I was able to knock off those leftovers, because it meant that he couldn't just every turn recover health. So that was pretty nice. Continuing on with the battle, I'll stop at some major things. I made a big misplay here. I Psychicked and got the Spadef drop. I should have Psychicked again because he was in range for another Psychic. And he had no switch-ins to a Psychic. Yet, for some reason, I clicked Energy Ball. And it gave him the opportunity to go into Infernape and set up rocks in front of me. So that was pretty eh. And then we came into this stalemate again. I defogged the rocks away with Savali. Got the nice potting shot. I don't think the crit fake out mattered too much. I don't think it did, but who knows. Parting shot, all that cool stuff. That AV coming in clutch. Victini was the real star in this first battle. Just he had no switch-ins to it, and it just came in and claimed one, really. So that was pretty cool. Last resort kill, let's go. I think at this point I felt like I could definitely win. I just couldn't let Mega Beedrill get the opportunity to sweep. Because with his 3 remaining Mons, he could still definitely win. Like if I played this wrong, then he could still definitely win with like late game Mega Beedrill and Licky Licky stalling me out. Plus, if I wasn't careful, then it would be Crook versus Whimsicott, and I needed Crook for Beedrill because it's the only thing that would speed it. So, yeah. I got late game Rocks because it meant that he couldn't just switch around forever, and that was really nice. So late game Rocks meant that he couldn't just keep on switching without any consequence. So now every time Mega Beedrill came in, he came in taking, God knows, like 27%? I think it is. Yeah, 27. I want to get a Toxic off on Whimsicott so it can just stay in forever. Got that. Got the Fake Out and Mega B. Stealth Rock helped put that in range, so that's pretty nice. I last resorted here. He wished. Now, I last resorted here again because I didn't want him to, I forgot what it was. I guess I didn't want him to get a free switch into like Whimsicott or anything like that. Or I didn't want to risk the chance of him not going for Protect and me having the chance of killing him. So I just clicked Last Resort here, and he actually didn't Protect. I don't remember why he didn't, but it didn't matter to me because it meant that Victini came in and claimed game 1. That was pretty nice. I felt very hype afterwards. Very hype. That's BJL Season 3. Game 2 was kind of similar. I forgot what I changed in my second team. I replaced... Who did I replace? I replaced Milotic with Staraptor because I thought Milotic wasn't needed since he didn't really bring Zeraora, and Tapu Koko wasn't much of a threat. So yeah. And he bring Metagross this game, which was very interesting. And very ironic because I switched up sets. I became a low kick heal bell set. The reason why I went for low kick was because it has 120 base power against Lucky, and I think it still has like what 100 base power against Metagross, I think. So it still hit pretty hard. Not as hard as a jump kick, but 100% accurate. Didn't have to hurt myself or risk anything by pressing it, so pretty nice. Other than that, I didn't really change up anything. I was still Gracium, Assault Vest, changed up this set, and I brought Choice Scarf Staraptor because he really didn't have a switch in to Staraptor. And once Metagross was gone, this thing kind of just started doing damage. That's very loud. I am so sorry. So yeah, this was the start of this battle. It was pretty good. I'm very surprised he didn't bring a Rocky Helmet Rotom Wash set like he brought in week 6, because that would have really punished Megalopunny. But I guess I understand why he brought leftovers. I understand why. Was he not leftovers this time? I don't know. But yeah, obviously I stayed in because I didn't really care about getting burned. There's a lot of this. Double edge to 26 to Metagross. Let's go, boys. Nice pursuit. That was nice. That was nice. I knew you'd switch, so that's why I got the pursuit off. Unfortunately, it didn't kill, but it's still nice getting that damage. This is why Lumberry would have been useful, by the way. But it's fine. I knocked off the Lucky's leftovers, and things were looking really good for me in the start of this game. Defogged those rocks away, got the Toxic off, got a Parting Shot. It was just pretty nice. I got Rux up on his side. I sacked Silvally. He had the Bullet Punch, which didn't kill me, so that was alright. It's not like it mattered too much. What did he do to kill me here? I think it was a Poison Jab. No, it was knockoff. That's fair. Double Edge did 50. And at this point, he had no switch-ins to a Double Edge. So I was just like, okay, this is looking good. Let's go. I was feeling very hype. I think this was a roll. And I think this was a roll in my favor. This was a roll in my favor, and I didn't get it. And I was just like, oh no, Staraptor, no. But then he defogged, and I was just like, yes. Yes, let's go. So I Double Edged again. And then he went Tapu Koko. I Double Edged again. I don't know if this was a roll or not. Because what set was I? I was Adamant. So let's pull up some calcs real quick. Let's pull up some calcs. So Staraptor, Trisker, Adamant against like a regular Tapu Koko, like Z, I guess. I guess some set like this. 97 to 115. So this definitely did kill if he bring a completely offensive Tapu Koko. So that's why I went for Double Edge. But he was more defensive, and I was just like, alright, fair enough. And he was Supersonic Sky Strike, which I was just like, okay, that's alright. He got in the Florigus, I Earthquaked. At this point, it was anyone's game, really. I switched in Victini. He went for Synthesis. Protect. I should have went for Psychic there to save Blue Flare PP. Psychic Tier. Moonblast. Everything was going alright. Everything was going my way. So I just kept on Psychicking because he really didn't have an answer to my Psychics. And eventually I was going to get that Spit F drop, and he was going to have to sack something. But he got a special attack drop. And I Blue Flared here, he Synthesized again, and I was like, okay, this is fine. I Psychicked again, he Moonblast critted me, and I was just like, Ah, yikes, because then now I couldn't live another one, and I couldn't keep on applying pressure on Florigus, which sucked, because I really needed Florigus to be in range of Krookodile Earthquake. So at this point, I was just like, yikes, this is looking bad. So I got in Lop, and at this point, I was just like, okay, I just need him in range of Krookodile Earthquake. And that's exactly what happened. And I was like, okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. He protected, I Earthquaked. That's one turn of Toxic down. He switched in his Coco. Protected. Now this was really close. This was really tense. But unfortunately enough, it just wasn't enough, and he got the Protect off. And yeah. He played that late game very well. The hacks on Victini was really unfortunate. Because it meant that if I didn't get this if he didn't get the special attack drop, then I could have kept on applying pressure with blue flares and psychics, and it would have done a lot more damage, and maybe possibly forced some sort of switch or something like that for him to maybe run out of synthesis PP. Whoops. So for this final game, I was just like, okay, I need to shake that off. I can't let that affect me. So for the final game, I stuck with the same Megalopony set, stuck with the same Krookodile set. I changed up Victini because I was just like, nah, that Florigus ain't beating me again. So I had Taunt Victini with Firium Z to specifically beat Florigus. Had the same Silvally set, had the same Staraptor set, and I switched out Assault Vest for Lumberry so Rotom couldn't get that free burn off. So I was just like, okay, I'm feeling alright about my chances. I feel like I can do well. So like game 3, game 3, let's go through game 3. Licky lead. Double Edge didn't do 50 like I thought it would, and I was just like, okay, this isn't a good start to the game. I do have Heal Bell in the back, so it's not that bad. But yeah, not the best start. Taking unnecessary recoil isn't always great. So I faked out. He got flinched. Crit really didn't matter. Low kick, and I guess he was wishing just to see if I did have any fighting move. But yeah, I revealed it now. I felt like I should have Heal Belled this turn. Like, he was obviously gonna protect, so like the Heal Bell was my best play. But I guess that's hindsight's 20/20, you know. So he switched out into Florigus. I got a nice return off that did 47. I switched in my Victini because now my Victini walled this boy. Walled him. Got that nice taunt off. Oh wait, oh, okay. I was really proud of this because I was like, he's gonna go into Licky, and that's exactly what happened, and I got that burn, which was really nice. But I forgot about Oblivious, so that was a big misplay on my part. I wasn't paying attention to his ability. I got the Psychic off here, and he stayed in and let me Energy Ball him and kill him, which is really nice. His Energy Ball always did like 70 to 80, so he was definitely in range at that point. Switched in B-Drill, got a knockoff into U-Turn. U-Turn crit was a bit but could have been worse. Got a nice parting shot, and now I got in Crook. He switched in Licky. Licky took 29. The burn put him in range, and I got +1, and I was just like, this is looking good. He switched in Coco, and I was just like, why didn't he go Florigus? Florigus maybe had a chance at living it. Went for another Earthquake. Earthquake killed Coco. Earthquake killed Mega BJL. Earthquake killed Florigus, and then Earthquake killed Zeraora. And that's how I won the BJL Season 4. Crook was really the highlight of the playoff season. Like, really, I can't elaborate enough how amazing Crook was in playoffs. Like, sweeping Mod's team in our first game and then sweeping Crypto's team in our third game was it was kind of unbelievable. And that's why he's the kill leader, because he just kept on sweeping teams. Was he consistent? Sometime. Every time I brought him, he was always very consistent. He was always a good Scarfer, and when I brought him against Rob, he was a nice way of checking Skarmory and getting rocks up. So I always used him in the best way that I thought I could. I was kind of hoping I'd one day I'd bring like different sets, like maybe I don't know, like a choice band set or something ridiculous like that. I don't know, like maybe Adrenaline Orb, something dumb. But I'm very happy with how I used Krookodile, and Krookodile kind of just carried me to victory. And yeah, that's BJL Season 4 pretty much. Just to review my team real quick and what I think about it now. In the beginning, I didn't have Staraptor. I think Staraptor was Mandibuzz. Barbarical replaced... Who did Barbarical replace? I don't remember. I know Delmize... Oh, I don't remember. Sorry, I'm blanking out. I forgot who replaced 2. All I know is that Staraptor replaced Mandibuzz because Mandibuzz was doing nothing. Just absolutely nothing. Was absolutely useless. But overall, with this finalized team, I was very, very happy with it. Like, extremely happy with it. And the only thing I can only really complain about with this team was that I didn't really have any way of stacking hazards. I didn't have good hazard setters. Like, I had Krookodile, but that's pretty much it. But I did have good removal. I did have late game, later on in the season, I did have Rapid Spin Delmize. I had Defog on Comfy, Scizor, and Silvally. Silvally was always my defogger though, always really reliable. Oh wait, no, Mesprit also gets Stealth Rock, so it wasn't always bad. But, I don't know, a bit more of a consistent Stealth Rocker would have been great for my team. But overall, I was very happy with this team. I would change a few things here and there, like for example, I feel like this team, it has good synergy, but it isn't great synergy. Like, this team could have better synergy. As I said about the hazards, it had decent hazard removal, though it doesn't mean I was prone to them. I had a major flying weakness, like major flying weakness that I always had to account for every time someone had a flying type. So yeah, things like that really poked out. But other than that, I'm very happy with how this team worked out. And comparing it to last season, it definitely does seem like I put more thought into it, I'd say. I put more thought into my draft this season about what I really wanted and the specific roles I wanted Pokemon to play. Because I feel like how I like to draft is, I'm not really sure actually. I like when my teams have a lot of synergy, and I like thinking about the specific roles a Pokemon can play in my draft. Because if a Pokemon's just there to be there, then what's its purpose of being there? You know what I mean? So I feel like I definitely do feel happier with this draft other than last draft. Though I still do think that this draft was pretty good because it was just very overwhelming. I love you, Cresselia. And my boy Scizor coming back 2 times in a row. Wasn't Mega this time, but doesn't have to be. My boy Scizor, you know, I love that priority, man. I love that priority. You know, that nice and sweet priority with Fake Out, Bullet Punch, Draining Kiss, these 3 mons. Let's go, let's go. But yeah, that's pretty much that was my BGL Season 4. I don't know. I'm very happy with how I performed, and I am definitely a lot more confident in my ability as a Draft League player. This will be my final... Well, this will technically be my final league. No, not in that sense. Okay. So this will technically be my final league in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, though I will be doing a randomizer league, though I don't count that. Should I count that? Okay, fine, I'll count that. This isn't my final league, but it's the I don't know how to word this. It sounds like I'm having a stroke, I'm sorry. This is gonna be my final legit league, because, like, the last one I'm doing is a randomizer. and a randomized league, and anyone who takes that seriously, no, it isn't meant to be taken seriously, but it's just to help us. It's just to help carry us over to Sword and Shield. But I'm very happy with how I performed in this league. It gives me a lot more confidence about my abilities as a league player, and it does make me feel like that every league I enter, I am a threat and I am capable of winning. Like, I have that taste of victory now, and now that I know that I can get that, I'm not going to stop because I know I have the capability of winning. You know what I mean? Because even though I performed amazingly in BJL Season 3, I didn't get the gold. So I didn't know if I could ever actually get the gold. But now that I got the gold, I feel like I could get a lot more in the future. So yeah, I'm very excited for what Sword and Shield has to offer. Regional decks only makes me very excited for how the metagame's going to turn out. Not going to lie, very excited about that. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Every league I've done so far has been in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I think. And even though I haven't enjoyed Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon as a metagame, I have really enjoyed these draft leagues. And that's all thanks to Destiny. I know Destiny doesn't watch my videos. Destiny's been gone for like a long time, but he's the person who helped really get me into draft leagues and helped me find this community of people who are also into draft leagues. So I really can't thank him enough for inviting me to the ABL, because if that never happened, then I never would have met people like Winder and Jin and who else? Prologo, Luke, Mod, Rob, Crypto, just all these amazing people, you know. And if I didn't mention your name, I'm sorry, but you know who you are. You're awesome, and I'm very thankful to be part of this community of people where we could just have fun doing draft leagues, you know what I mean? So yeah, I really appreciate that. And I guess that's it. This video has been going on for 37 minutes. I'm sorry. But yeah, I really do have nothing else to say, but for all y'all watching, thanks. If any of you sticked from beginning to end, you're insane. You pretty much just heard a madman ramble on about Pokemon and his draft league experience for 37 minutes. So congrats, I guess. I don't know. Big thanks to Winder for letting me run BJL Season 4. Like, I worked on this entire sheet. I worked on all the league on my own. Not on my own, of course, because I did have mods that helped me. You know, Prologo, Jin, those are the really big ones. They really helped me out whenever I needed it. But I was responsible for the league, and I felt like I did a really good job. It went a lot smoother than BJL Season 3. I can at least say that, and I'm happy about that. We don't mention the Shield Division ever again. Never. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. More content sooner or later. I don't know. School sucks. Yeah, I hope you have an amazing day, afternoon, or night, whatever time zone you're in, and have a good one. See ya.